developing worm on the inside. What is it? What is this? Thin worms or anaerobia vermicularis, right? Okay, so how am I going to ID this?
Pointed tail?
Nope, tail's really not going to help you that much. Cephalic ridges, esophageal bulb, and the long esophagus. You see them up there at the top. Flattened, okay. Because you know you're going to have an assessment on these, right? Pictures and then slides. I'm sorry? Up at the top, near the mouth, you see this real thin, flattened, clear edges on both sides? Flattened cephalic ridges, long esophagus, and esophageal bulb, that big brown one. So right now we are looking at stuff we've already seen. There they are macroscopically, little pieces of thread. That's even blown up than that. That's too big, really, what they appear. Okay, thick mammaliated layer, round, the human roundworm, what is this? Ascaris lumbricoides. How do you ID it? Thick mammaliated layer, oval to round shape, yellow-brown in color. Ascaris lumbricoides. This is the decorticated Ascaris lumbricoides egg, and I'm not going to give you the decorticated one on any kind of slide assessment. You might have a picture of it on the written part, but look at the difference. This one has a real thick shell around the embryo, and the decorticated one does not, and this is non-fertile Ascaris lumbricoides human roundworm egg. You have to ID them because if you've got this type of egg, a lot of these, that means that you probably might have a female worm and no male. Another two forms of decorticated unfertile Ascaris eggs. They get real long and they don't have the real thick, clear, mammaliated layer. Okay, which one's the male? On the left, curved tail, there's the female. What's the name? Tracura. Everybody. Okay, again, everybody. Tracura. Okay, you've got to know. Yes. The whipworm. The clear polar plugs, little football shape, yellow-brown in color. There's the male and female. Which one's the female? On the left. And the mouth is the real thin part, the whip, and then the abdomen and so on structures is thicker. And it's in the shape of a whip, so that's why it's called whipworm. Hookworm eggs. We don't know if this is ancylostoma or Necator, so we just say hookworm. Oval to elongated shape, blunt, round ends, and very thin shell. Very, very thin. You know, this used to be a real problem here in the United States. Hookworm. We still have it. You know, if you run around without shoes and you're in a place that has some other animal that's carrying this, and you don't clean your feet, and you get stuff on your feet, you might get a hookworm. So when we had a more agrarian society where everybody had their barn and their pigs and all their animals, and we were constantly working with them so that we could eat, and the kids were running around with no shoes, then hookworm was a very bad problem. Okay, so what are these? Oftentimes we see them together. All right, look at the buccal cavity. It's long. Do you see a genital area? No. So what is this? Hookworm larva, rhabdophore. It's in the stool. Long buccal cavity, no prominent genital area. What's the form that burrows into your foot? Filaria form. F and F, foot, filaria. You got it? The form in the soil is the filaria form, and it goes through your foot. So, I have filariaform larvae here. Which one is strongyloides? On the right, and how do you say this? What? Notched tail. Notched tail of the filariaform larva of strongyloides, while the pointed tail is the filariaform of the hookworm. Both of these enter us and produce the infection, so they penetrate the skin, both of these. Okay, short buccal cavity. Do you see the prominent genital area? Do y'all see that? Does everybody see that? Right here. Right there. Short buccal cavity.
We never get to look at Just keep poking it.
Oh, sorry. Here it is. I'm sorry. Right there. Right there. Very good. You feel better? Okay. Short buccal cavity, strongyloides, stercoralis. So, in the stool, with hookworm, you tend to see the eggs. With strongyloides, you tend to see the larva. Okay, that's a general rule, like that. Yeah, that's larva for strongyloides. And I don't like that picture. Okay, curled up larva in skeletal muscle, Trichinella spiralis. I used to like to say spiralis, but the books are saying spiralis now. So, but I like spiralis better because that brings to mind what the larva is doing. You know, they make little spirals inside the cyst, inside the muscle.